Hey guys, welcome back to my page. Thanks for joining me. Today we're gonna make the New Orleans barbecue shrimp. Now there's a lot of different versions of this. When you go to a New Orleans restaurant in New Orleans and you order it at 10 different places, it's gonna be different every time. You have a boozy version that's gonna have some bourbon in it. You have a spicy version. There's one that's more like lemon forward. And some maybe have a little touch of cream in there or tomato. My version is more traditional. It's very Cajun butter sauce style, butter forward, and we're gonna go ahead and make that today. I kind of took this recipe from a place that Sean and I visited in New Orleans. It's called the French Market. And French Market is not what it used to be. There's not as many food stalls open anymore. But the place that we sat at the bar at and had this French Market barbecue shrimp, we ordered again, and we ordered again, and we couldn't get enough of it. The shrimp were very big, it was served with crusty bread, and it was just a perfect dish. So I brought that home, and I'm gonna show you how to make it here today. The key ingredient to this dish, however, is this Louisiana barbecue shrimp mix. You can find this online, you can also buy it in New Orleans. Ever since I started using this product years ago, I was hooked. It's just a seasoning packet, has everything in there that you need. Of course, I add a little bit of extra in the recipe, you'll see, but that's the most important part of the recipe. The other stuff you might already have in your pantry, Worcestershire sauce, butter, shallot, garlic, those types of things. So I'm gonna try to do this recipe a little bit different today. I'm gonna show you just the steps of the recipe where the camera is on the pan. Pretty simple, so I'll catch you afterwards. Okay, so we have the shrimp marinating here, and these are our ingredients. Adding some extra cayenne and paprika, garlic, shallot, Worcestershire, butter, that's seafood stock in the back there, and bread with parsley. And now we're gonna chop up some of our shallots and our garlic. So we have about 4 cloves of garlic. Preheat the oven to 375. Look at that, 2 sticks of butter. How could this be bad? Let's get the shallots and the garlic in. And our seasoning packet is next. And some smoked paprika and a little bit of cayenne. Stir this around, give it just a couple minutes to combine and soften the shallots. You want to toast the spices here. You're making them a little more flavorful when you put them on the heat here before we add the stock and the liquid. It's a 1/2 cup of Worcestershire and a 1/2 cup of seafood stock. Stir that and we'll bring this to a simmer just for 5 minutes. Okay, so the stock is simmering. I'm gonna go ahead and cut my bread now, get that ready to go. Any type of French bread, crusty bread will work. Typical French baguette is pretty standard. All right, so I'm gonna take a little bit of the sauce out in a cup because I'm just gonna pour it over the top once I put the shrimp in. This is just a little trick to make sure your shrimp are seasoned all the way around. So I'm gonna turn off the heat. And now we're just gonna layer in the shrimp. I make it look kind of pretty, just organizing them all around the pan. You see how I'm swiping them in the sauce, trying to get it all over the shrimp. You can obviously totally just throw all the shrimp in here and toss them up, put it in the oven, but I like to make it look nice when it comes out. Points for presentation, but totally up to you if you want to save yourself time.
Apple bottom jing jing.
Almost there.
She hit the floor. I don't know why I'm singing this song. No, no. He just evaporated. Flow right in. Seemed like he would always have like a little summer type anthem.
These shrimp are the about 8 to 12 size, so pretty big ones. All right, and then there's our leftover stock. You see I'm just adding it to the top. Our simmering liquid that I took out. All right, and we're going into that 375-degree oven. Depending on how big your shrimp is, about 20 to 25 minutes. All right, so now we're gonna butter the bread. I've just melted some butter to make it easier. And you could toast this, you can put it under the broiler, but get the butter on the bread, maybe get some sea salt or even garlic powder on top of the butter. Give your bread a little bit of flavor, but bread is a necessary part of this dish for sure. I don't know if the best part is the shrimp or the bread, but you could argue either way. I know you all love that I'm buttering the bread with a spoon. That's just where I went with this today. So it turns out to be pretty efficient. So there we go. And right, we're done here. Today I'm just doing a little bit of sea salt on my bread. And just toasted it a little bit under the broiler. It's ready to go. You can keep it warm. And we're gonna check on our shrimp. Oh yes. Beautiful. Good, nice color on it. I'm just gonna add a little sprinkling of paprika just for color. And then top it with some parsley. And you are ready to go. You need a ladle. Bring this to the table and serve it up.